And welcome back to Comment Frontline, everybody. I am Brant Fowler, aka the Gonzogoose, back with you for another review. This time we're talking X-Men Blue, issue number 4, written by Colin Bunn, pencils by Julian Lopez, inks by Jose Marzan Jr. and Waldman Wong. Colorist is Irma Nivelia, I apologize, and letters by VC's Joe Caramagna. Covers by Art Adams and Peter Steigerwald. Alright, so this issue was basically the issue where we were fully introduced to Jimmy Hudson in the 616 or Main Marvel U or whatever, Earth 1, whatever it's called now. This is this issue, like I said, they were called to this forest in the winter. We saw last time that this character with claws had attacked a Wendigo, or had been attacked by Wendigo. So they go to investigate, and there's a sheriff that meets them there, and they find the body of the Wendigo, and it's clawed up, dead, and everything. And it leads to an interaction between Jimmy Hudson and the X-Men, and of course most of them have met him before, and they actually have the memories. They remember that they were shot to this parallel world and met all these other X-Men, and he was one of them. But Jimmy Hudson doesn't remember who he is, I guess, and doesn't remember anything. He just knows somebody is hunting him, and he's trying to get away from them. But of course Cyclops doesn't trust him. He doesn't know what's going on. Iceman exhibits a new ability, and Angel gets insulted because his wings are burning the snow, melting the snow. Okay. It was an interesting meeting between them, and we get to see the Marauders, come after him later on, and it was your typical hero versus hero kind of battle. Let's save you. What's going on? And all that stuff. It was a very typical story. My problem with it was, and this has been my problem with this book since it launched, is that some of the things that they had already resolved with these characters are coming back into play. Angel having these confidence problems about himself crops up with that. Jean Grey talks about, she asks the sheriff if she can read her mind to get a sense on this clawed individual, because at first they thought it was Old Man Logan, or if it was Wolverine returned, whatever. She says, "I'd rather you not." And then she says to herself, "I could just do it and you'd never know." And, "Oh no, that's Magneto talking." Jean Grey had already been through all this. That was like the first volume of All New X-Men. They established all of that, where at first she was reading people's minds, and she came to terms with, "I can't do that. I'm not going to do that anymore." And that was a very strong thing in her character, that she was not going to do this anymore. And then she's sitting here talking about, "Oh, I can just take it," and it made no sense. And no disrespect to Colin Bunn, I do enjoy his writing. We had him on a panel, and I don't know if that was a mandate, if that was something he had to throw in, or he was just trying to build different little character things for these characters. But everything in this book, since this book is launched, has been them going backwards, and I don't like that aspect of it. Other than the meeting Jimmy Hudson and having the little brawl with him, and then the Marauders showing up at the end, there was really nothing to this issue. That was it, pretty much. They mentioned that since Hank had been dabbling in magic, that he's become what was the word? Morbid. He's just the way he says stuff and everything. So I mean, that was really it. There was not a lot of forward momentum in the story. There was not a lot of growth. There was just a lot of falling back on their past, flaws and insecurities. And I'm not crazy about where this is going. I guess as a new reader, and you didn't read the previous volume of All New X-Men, or you didn't read All New X-Men, this could be interesting in that way, because you're growing with these characters now. But I've already seen them grow past all these flaws and insecurities, and I don't need to see that aspect again. you need to move on and do something different with these characters, in my opinion. So that's the main flaw. Art-wise, it was a decent art job. I still hate Jean Grey's hair. It just doesn't work for me. There's a scene where they're sitting around in a bar. I thought that was really well done. The background details, the background characters and everything, and the way, you know, they were just, again, each had different poses. I talked about this in another review. Each had their own different poses that kind of fit their personalities. I thought that was well done. The art was a little bit rougher than I prefer. It wasn't quite as polished as previous issues for me, but still good. So yeah, just kind of a middle of the road book. I enjoyed it, but at the same time I had a lot of problems with it. So I'm going to give this one a 3.5 for X-Men Blue number 4. Let me know if you agree with me or disagree with me in the comments below, and please give it a thumbs up if you like the review. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button so you can get all our content in your feed every single day, and tune in for our live shows on Tuesday night around 9:30, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can follow me on LastEmperorPress.com, Zone4Podcast.com, Comic Frontline, of course, my channel, Brant Fowler, and What the Card. And you can follow me on Twitter at Brant Fowler and Facebook at Brant Fowler. And that's going to wrap it up. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.